Finally, it's the last comics I got for the month of August. And I said last time that I was kind of disappointed with it because it was all one author. And yeah, I know I have everything that author has done for Image Comics thus far, except for one 3-issue series that is $12 on Amazon, and that's the individual issues. And if you're going by the total of I'm basically paying full price for each issue. I'm like, nope, not doing that. Unfortunately, if I want to read it, which I do have to go to a different avenues for it. But I don't like doing that. But if it was on a Kindle, I would have bought it. I wouldn't have cared. That full price, I would have cared. But if it was $1.99 each, which it should be, it would have been if it was on Kindle. They would have done that. And again, no trade of it. So unfortunately, I had to just do without it. And until November, I do have everything that this author has done. The author is Joshua Williamson. I'm assuming you guys saw part 1. If you didn't, go watch part 1. Or actually, no, you don't have to watch part 1. Just watch tomorrow's video, which will be the complete August haul. But instead, I was kind of disappointed. Well, I got 2 more books, and the 2 more books I got weren't Joshua Williamson books. Made up for that. But 10 books total. I don't know why I'm acting this is the complete August haul, but let's get on with it. I do have to kind of move these. Not too much. Again, it's only 10 books, so it's not that too much to move around. So the first one up is one I've read before. It was a while ago, and I do remember liking it, and I actually did. I still managed to find it. It wasn't too hard to find my review of the video. I knew around the time that it was, I read it first, so I was like, okay, it's gonna be 2023, but before my birthday, because I remember it's one of those books where I remember exactly where I was when I read it, which I think that's pretty damn significant. That's another reason why I'm getting these books that the library had. I buy myself. Number one, they're from Image, a publisher I want to support any and every way I can. 2, there's books I liked. Some I didn't, like the Mother Madness one. But anyways, without further ado, I'll get into that after. But this one is in the complete haul. Prattle on more. Planet Paradise by Jesse Lonergan, who also does the artwork. It's an OGN, meaning all in one, and yes, it is smaller than your average sized warped trade. So there's that. But these, like this size, I don't completely mind. But again, if they're gonna do this size, I would want it to be the size of. If you're gonna do a smaller sized Image book, it should be the size of this book here that I can't find. There it is. This is the book I'll be reading. It's a library book. This is Clementine. You can tell that it is not as big, or it's taller than Planet Paradise. Not too much, not by much, honestly. But if I want it's gotta be smaller sized, for whatever reason, it gotta be smaller sized dimensions. I want it to be as big as the Clementine book, not as big as Planet Paradise. But hey, it's not as small as Long Hot Summer, which still is the smallest Image book I own. I used to think Kinski was, and that's actually bigger. Actually, it's this way, but not that way. So height-wise, it's the same size, but length-wise, it's not. Yep, Planet Paradise, and I'll show artwork. Artwork has a lot to be desired, but not terrible. Of course, a bunch of splash pages. Very atmospheric look. Very quick read, too. You could probably knock this out in 2 hours, despite your reading speed. How good your reading speed is. Then we have the Warped book, and this one I waited forever for this one to come in the sense that I waited till I should not have come in the day. It's like arriving Thursday, I got it Thursday, so I got it on time. However, I should have gotten it a day early because it was at the facility, and it's like, okay, if you left the facility within the time you usually leave the facility anyways, I could have gotten this book. There was no reason for why I had to wait this long. But that book is Rick Lovard and Jeremy Huwan's Berserker. Rick Lovard doing the writing and Jeremy Huwan doing the artwork. Another one of these older Top Cow books. Looks pretty interesting. This one I got for $7. And I guess when Amazon realizes you're getting something at half price and the full price is already $14.99, they're like, okay, we gotta put a blemish on this book. Somewhere we have to put a blemish on this book. The same thing happened with the book I got either a month ago or 2 months ago, Accent. I think it was June actually. That one, the spine had like a kind of like a tear, like a knife went through it, and this one is just warped. Not terrible, you know, it's whatever, but it's, how do you manage that? Even that tear, whatever the hell it was, they said it was. And warped isn't too bad. The way I have the books on my shelf is I have them like squeezed tight, so the warping will fix itself. Not completely, but hopefully, you know, to a good degree. Now, I believe this was either 5 issues or 6 issues. I believe they collect the 0th issue. Oh, here it is. I got table of contents. Yep, looks like they have issue 0. Oh, there it is. So it's issue 0 to issue 6. So 7 issues total. But issue 0 is like 12 pages. That really shouldn't count as an issue. Hence what they call it a 0th issue. Then another Joshua Williamson book, and that is the Ghosted Compendium. Now this is one I have read, so there's 4 volumes collected in this compendium. I've read the first volume, and I really liked it. And I went on to the second volume, except no I didn't, because the library lost the book. So this was one of those books the library had, and I went, and then I'm buying it now, you know, even though they have it. I think at this point they resubmitted Volume 2, and they have another copy of Volume 2. But I kind of thought to myself, and I was like, you know what? So we avoid this happening again, let's just buy it ourselves. It's a long time coming, but I finally have Ghosted, which collects all 20 issues. I was right, all 20 issues of Ghosted. In this pretty thick compendium. Another one where it is a bit warped, but not too bad. And honestly, I want to say it was worse, so my theory is correct that if I have it, leave it on the shelf, squeezed between 2 books, sandwiched between 2 books, then the warping will fix itself. And again, it's warping. It's still readable, but it's annoying. And here's the artwork for Ghosted. I remember really digging this book. This kind of like, this is the whole reason why I would kind of like was like obsessed with getting Joshua Williamson's entire Image Comics bibliography, I think you call it, but his all of his work for Image Comics. And I don't know why. I do know why Image Comics, but I'll get into that next video. Again, I want this to be quick. I don't want to repeat myself too much. And finally, we have Masks and Mobsters. This is a standard size hardcover. Now this was the only one that was from a third-party seller. If you remember last video, because of Tomorrow, I was like, you know what, I really do want to make sure that I get the least amount of books from third-party sellers, but still get a good amount of books. Like still be satisfied. There you go. Still get a satisfactory amount of books. You know, I want to get books that I'm not just saying, oh, I'll get these because they're all from Amazon, but I only kind of want them. No, I wanted to be still satisfied at the end of the day. And I am. I got all of Joshua Williamson's work until his G.I. Joe comes out in November. We're all good. So that's this video. Stay tuned for tomorrow's where I'll show the other books. And that will be that. And of course, next week's video, which will be me showing off the books that I'm almost done with all of them. No, okay. I want to be done with them next week. So I did say, oh, I'll probably be done with these by the time you get the video, by the time this video releases. I'll be done with all of these. And it's gonna be most at that. But anyways, that is that. 8 minutes, not bad. 2 minutes per book. Yes, 2 minutes per book.